Hey, what's up, guys? All right, so for this one, we already did break down the future, so hopefully you guys got a piece of that. What I want to give you guys now is the weekly watch list, and here are some tickers that have my attention. Okay, so I'm gonna do this as fast as I can, and I'm gonna give you the dip buy levels and the targets real quick, and you're gonna just have to do the rest from here, right? All right, so not on the weekly time frame. I already did my weekly time frame futures breakdown. So what I'm going to give you now is the first ticker, which is going to be ARC. Okay, what you want to do is when you look at the ETF, you also want to look at the rest of the tickers, see which one is following which. Now I'm going to give you two tickers here: Roku and TDOC and SQ. Three tickers, sorry: TDOC, Roku, and SQ. What they have is this nice little base. Okay, and this is a perfect area for either a break above or a break below. Very simple. Okay, so it's going to be the low of day, the closing price 58 or 59 or 60. 60, I will get more confirmation to go long. 62 will be a breakout level. Otherwise, below 59, you're looking for a target of 56 to this 55.60 and potentially all the way to this 51.28. Okay, so that's the first one. Second one is going to be PayPal. PayPal has earnings, and yes, I still have a lead position. I think I'm gonna pick up one more, but a dip buy opportunity. The falling knife here is going to be a retest of demand level, so it's going to be this 99.80, 99.80 lowest, and 100 dip buy. Okay, this is your dip buy. If this does not become a dip buy, the next piece is going to be down here, which is your 96. Okay, that's it. Two levels, that all you need. And then as it goes up, just trail it using the pre-market levels or the previous day highs. Okay, very simple, right? So the next one is going to be Disney. Disney is right here holding this 130. I think this 130 is going to be the line in the sand for this either to drop even more or to get bought up and to create a nice bullish momentum. But once we start breaking 133, as you guys can remember from the previous video, and this one can actually break above all the way to this 140. So I'm still looking to get into some more Disney if this thing continues to show some strength. But also, I do want to point out a big thing here is that Netflix is going to have earnings. So this is going to affect the streaming services. So look out for the movement on Disney this next week. Okay. So also Netflix is going to give a good sentiment for the FANG stocks. It's either going to drop down or push above. But honestly, my honest opinion, I don't think Netflix is doing any better. If anything, they're probably losing a lot more revenue because of subscriptions because nobody's really home anymore. Okay. So that's ARC, PayPal, Disney. The next one is going to be BA. BA on the 4 hour. I really like it a lot. I like that we kind of created this like nice little pattern here. We broke above it, and this was a nice little pennant here. Broke above, and then now we cooled off. We showed a lot of rejection from this 185.50, but I think I still like this price. So anything above 182, okay, it's going to be bullish. Anything below it, we're just going to come back down to this like 178. Okay, so this would be the area that I'll be looking for, this 178. Remember, anything above 182, bullish. Anything below it, bearish. Very simple levels that I'm providing for you guys today, okay? Next ticker is going to be low. I still do like the area that we're in. We are in this base here with the accumulation phase. And it almost looks like a flag, if you ask me. Kind of like a nice little channel going upwards. So if this can just hold anywhere above 200, I am still looking for call positions to break above. Otherwise, it's going to be a nice drop to the downside, and the downside you're going to look for at least 196. Okay. All right. So for this next one, it's going to be Google. Google is getting ready to have earnings next week, not this week coming. But I do want to point out the fact that we do have a lot of demand right here. Okay, so there's 25.15. Okay, a lot of buyers stepped in these areas. So I want to make it clear that these levels are dip buying opportunities. So I think this week it can create some accumulation here, even if it can just trade sideways. But I am legit looking for a nice dip buy opportunity to do something like this. Okay, it might sound crazy, but it's a great opportunity for Google here. The only thing is that it does have earnings, guys. So watch out for that IV. It's a big name. and it has some crazy moves, and the spreads are wild, and it sometimes it just like gaps up and gaps down intraday. It's so crazy. But I like Google as a stock, and bringing it down kind of makes sense because people want to get that good dip buy for the stock split coming in. I think I believe June or July, so it's gonna be great. Okay, load up on Google shares when they do have that split. I think it's gonna be amazing. So very simple again here. It's 2540, this piece right here. I'm using this candle body alone as a break above and a break below. If we stay above, I'm looking for a nice ride up into this 26 and 2610. If we do break down, like I said, I'm looking for at least 25 and 25.25 area. That's kind of what I'm looking for Google, and to just give it a few days just to consolidate down here and create a little base before it actually does something huge, right? The next one I did break down Netflix. So the next one is going to be SQ. This is what I talked about earlier with the ARC. And let me just show you that little base right here. This is the base that we have. So you can mark 120. Okay, so anything below 120 is going to just break on down. Anything above this 126.70 is going to break on up. Very simple setup right here. It's either going to be a drop-based drop or a drop-based rally. Whatever comes first, it's our job to set those alerts. Tesla also has earnings, guys. This thing almost looks like a weird head and shoulders type thing. Okay, so I know there's going to be a lot of people who are going to draw this here, and they're going to do something like this, and they're going to be like head and shoulders into earnings. Whatever it is, what I see is a nice little flag pattern. Okay, here you go. So it's going to be a break above or a break below. Very simple. You're going to use this specific level, 983.30. Boom. Or the 989. Okay, like this. Break above, break below. I don't know how else to put it. It's a very simple concept. But again, if it gaps up, you still want to use the break above the pre-market. If it gaps down, you want to use the break below the pre-market. But either way, you have that level. If we're below, we're bearish. If we're above, we're bullish. But this thing does have earnings. So whatever you guys trade here, the IV is going to be super high. Whatever position you get into, whether it's bullish or bearish, I hope you come out green on Tesla. The next one that I have is a slow mover, and it's Starbucks. Starbucks has been getting beat down aggressively since what is this? The beginning of the year. It's been downtrending. We had these little pops. We caught a few swings here, but I am here to probably potentially catch this dip bite again. So I'm gonna keep it very simple. Anything, okay? Anything over 80, okay? That 80 or 79.70. I am going to go long. Anything below it, I'm not going to look at it. Break above 81. We're going to continue to go bullish. Okay. So it's a slow mover. Potential to create a double bottom with this base, or potential to do a drop base drop or a drop base rally, whatever comes first. This is the way that I'm going to treat it. And I am leaning bullish on Starbucks. But then again, I'm kind of leaning bullish in the market in general. So Starbucks is going to be a great one. If you can, potentially just be a little more patient, grab some time on your contract and let this thing ride, okay? So it's a good one here. So same characteristics here for Nvidia and Google. I want to show you the same characteristics, same concepts because of all this dip buy. So all these wicks down here, all this area is a nice dip buy opportunity for Nvidia. And the only thing about the chips is that they are getting affected right now by China because China is on lockdown. So the supply is not really moving, but there's going to be a high demand for it pretty soon once China gets off lockdown. Once they get off lockdown, then that supply is going to run through the US and it's going to keep on running. It's going to be building. So there's going to be a high demand for chip stocks later on in the future, which is going to create a demand zone, and it's going to create an amazing dip buy opportunity for all chip stocks in general. So watch out for Nvidia, to either watch out for just chips in general to keep on trending down, or to have like a nice green candle in general. But either way, this is a great opportunity to look for a potential dip buy. If the lowest you ever want to buy it is this 206 and 210, it's going to make sense. This 210 and 206 have to hold, and buyers have to show up. If they don't show up, I can almost guarantee you guys that chips are going to go through some stuff. Okay. But this is a dip buy area. Okay. Just don't get biased. Okay. Chips are going through some stuff, and it may get affected future wise So the hold may not hold, okay? Another one I'm gonna show you is gonna be MU. I really like this. And again, it's almost like we're back in this area where this 70 level is gonna be a demand. In the past, this is where we traded it before. And it's again, these buyers just keep showing up right here at these levels right here, okay? So all buyers are showing up here. We're just gonna wait maybe another leg down. If we do, it's probably gonna be the 68.50 right here. Right here, this is the lowest that I will buy it. Otherwise, I'm gonna wait for the break of like 73, just this piece right here. I wanna wait for that break. Otherwise, I'm not interested in the chip stocks right now as much, but I am giving you guys this great opportunity to dip buy and look for a dip buy in the near future, right? The other ticker is going to be FANG. There's a lot of these tickers, guys, for energy and oil that look like they're going to be breaking out. So anything over this 142.50 or just 143 in general, this thing is going to blow up freaking bullish like crazy because of all the accumulation and the supply that's being built. Okay, this supply can actually be a demand. And then this, like I said, like it's literally just been trading in these areas. So if it pops here, this thing is going to have a big move. So be ready for that. I already have my alerts right there, and I am not going to miss this move on FANG. Okay. The other one is like OKE. I'm going to show you how tight this thing is. Look at that. Look how tight this is right here. The 71.86. And even if it breaks this high of like 72.37, this thing is going to just go to the roof, right? So the other one is going to be Oxy. So oil tickers legit have good patterns right now. Look at this one. Boom. Boom. And then the other one, it's XOM. XOM. So this one again, it's breaking out right here as well. So this thing, I have my alert right here. So this whole sector under the oil and energy and all that stuff, they're at some great spots right now where they have potential to break out. So make sure you guys keep those alerts on those, all right? Now, the next one is going to be Roblox. Roblox, again, has been getting beat down so much, but this thing has a nice channel. So if this thing can just break above 44, just the trend line in itself, maybe in the next like 2 to 3 days, then this should be good. But I really expect this to hold 42. Otherwise, it's just going to come drop into this bottom. And at this point, if I get an alert right here at this 38, I am going to potentially dip by Roblox here for at least a quick day trade or something like that. But nice little channel downwards. Keep following the trend until it changes. Alerts at 44, 46, 48, 50, and all the way to 52, okay? Next two are the ones that I really like the most at some great levels. This is a nice dip buy opportunity with either a bear flag or a channel to the upside, okay? Break above 207.50, and it's going to continue higher. Break below this 202.80 level is going to continue to the downside. Break 199 is going to break even further, okay? UPS is the example again as to why I like it so much, because after this huge drop, it looks like it's making a pattern right here, like a pennant pattern, and it's a little more bearish and it's heading into earnings, and it can potentially drop a lot further, probably all the way down to this 180 and 177. So look out for either a huge drop on Monday or a big pop on Monday. One of these two is going to happen on FDX and UPS, okay? The next one is for a smaller ticker for everybody to trade. And look at this nice little wedge to the upside. It's either going to break above or break below. So this 37.50, okay? Or the break above 33. Very simple, 2 levels to go above or below and follow that trade. It's a small ticker, so everybody has the ability and capability to trade this if you are looking at stocks. GM is getting real tight right here with some candles as well. What I like about it is that the wicks are showing that there's a fight on the top and then there's fight on the bottom. I don't want to mark this like this, but it almost seems like I should. And it's squeezing in here. So it's using this 40 level as a support, but it's also using this 41 as a resistance. So 41 and 40 are great levels for you to either enter above or break below, okay? But it's showing a lot of fight. What I'm saying is that the wicks are being pressured. They're being pressed either down or to the upside, and one of them's going to give in, one of them's going to pop. So 41 and 40 are your entry levels on the break above or break below. Okay, so that is a quick watch list for you guys. I don't really have much else. I really grabbed the ones that had a lot more value. I think Google, in my opinion, is probably the best one right now at a demand level, because Google is going to have a stock split, and Tesla is going to be a highlight. Netflix is going to be a highlight. So there's going to be a lot of volatility in the market, guys. So whatever you guys are watching, make sure you're cautious as to watching the full sector as well, okay? I do want to point out Walmart. Walmart is still trending. Somebody may call this a triple top, but honestly, I think this thing is still going to keep on going. The one that's a little bit behind in the retail sector is Target, but it did have a nice base rally here with the pattern. So there's higher potential for Target to keep on going versus Walmart. There's more reward on something like this because it has structure and has levels on top that you can follow. So the target by the end of the week is going to be 250 for Target in itself. So the tickers are a little wide. The spreads are a little wide. So be careful when you're trading Target, okay? Be a little patient. I know the premiums are a little more expensive. Don't trade weeklies, guys. Those weeklies will crush you. Grab next week's contracts, try to grab it any between 240 to 250 and just ride the trend all the way that we potentially can. So eyes on Target for the continuation. If we get a dip by 235, it's going to be a great dip by for Target, okay? Costco is the other one that's just been trending. So if Costco can just continue as well, very simple here as well. 593.50 is going to be a break above, and this 589.60 is going to be a break below. Keep things so simple, guys, that you can find one specific level where it's going to continue up or continue down, and let that be your structure. Okay, don't go in on the smaller time frames and start creating levels, or it has to break above a specific level. Once we can identify that direction, then you know that it's going to keep on going or keep on breaking down, whatever comes first. All right, all you guys got to do is set your alerts, be alert, and execute without hesitation. All right, so I'll leave you guys with that. I'm not bringing up financials because they do have earnings as well. So I'm going to wait till next week for me to post any financial tickers, things like JPM, GS, BAC, CMS, WFC, and XLF. CAT also, I almost want to post this, but because it's almost at these all-time high levels, I really don't care for it. I don't find any value. As you guys can see, I did give you guys some great tickers that have value and have basis versus trying to buy things at the top, okay? I don't think buying things at the top make any sense. I think buying something that's way at the bottom makes more sense, especially if it's going to be a ticker that has value and a company that has future potential growth, okay? So Disney's being one of them. But below 130, I'm not going to buy calls at all. If we do something like this and then bounce back, I will definitely get back in at 130. 130 is my buy level. 133 is my breakout level. 135 all the way to 140 are my targets. So make sure you guys buy some time on something like Disney. If you guys trust in and believe in this company in itself, I personally do. So lots of great value. This whole week is just full of great value, guys. The biggest question is if are we going to keep on trending down, or are we going to keep on holding and basing out? Like, that's the biggest question. If there's going to be a lot of fear because of recession and inflation and interest rates and all kinds of stuff, it's just gonna depend on the market, guys. The sentiment. If the sentiment is bearish, please don't buy the dips on anything. If the market is bullish, by all means buy the dip. But remember, be cautious on everything that's happening, because there's going to be tons of volatility because of earnings, the rotations, the evolving of the economy, and everything. It's just going to be a little intense. So this week is almost like the beginning of a very powerful next few months that's going to happen. All right, so be aware, be alert, and stay alert. Okay, manage risk properly, stay green, and please, if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. You guys know who I am. I am Chef. I am at Conservative Collectors, and I work with an amazing team, and we continue to provide as much value as we potentially can. So other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys make money this week, and hopefully none of you guys blow up your accounts. Okay, so I'll see you on the next one, guys. Stay green.